we will see each other again. I don't mean in the sweet by and by. I mean,
homecoming.
We don't know that. We have no control over that. But the reality is, as I stand here, I just want to recall that we are part of a long, we could call it a long march, we could call it a Hajj, we could call it a freedom walk, whatever it is. But we are walking together. We've been walking together since before we were born, and we will be still walking together after we're not here. And I think that's important to remember because, you know, as socialists, our arena is a dark plane, a darkling plane. I mean, there's an occasional flash of lightning that comes across it where you think it's illuminated, you think you can go ahead, and then you advance that way and you find there's a crevice in front of you. You can be on a narrow path that looks like it's promising and going up, and suddenly you'll find it's washed out and you have to, you know, I like to climb mountains, so you see my metaphors. Okay, so that's what life is like as a socialist, right? Sorry, young people, I mean, well, let's say, was it 1971 when the New American Movement was founded? I had a aha experience. I mean, we were there in Minneapolis, I think. We, together, collectively, 300 people wrote a political statement. I mean, can you imagine in a plenary? Well, there were a couple of workshops, but I mean, basically in a plenary. And we had that, we were all ready to go out there and, you know, rebuild the New American Movement. That was why we called it that, because we were going to build a new America. And I got in my Volkswagen bus, and with my friends, we started driving back to Pittsburgh. And somebody said, you know, it's a goddamn long way between cities. I mean, what do we have out here in America? You know, I mean, the reality is that socialists have long been, haven't always been, but have now long been a tiny minority in America. So for us to struggle to bring about our vision is always difficult. We always have to somehow steer between our dreams, which is what gives us energy, or maybe our illusions, our naivete, which I had 38 years ago, and I hope I still have. I mean, I think I still have this stubborn belief that if we keep walking one step after another together, that it makes sense. That that's the way our lives make sense. You know, my wife is a Buddhist, and she has this unshakable belief that somehow we all go to some great recycling bin. She doesn't believe in personal reincarnation, but she believes that somehow we all get recycled and it's all right. I have this equally stubborn belief that we are just a little ephemeral spark, that our lives are short in comparison with eternity, and when our consciousness blinks out, we don't have any more individual consciousness. The only way I have of having my life make sense is to be part of this struggle. And I think that's what brings us together. And I've said this in the best way I could in 44 countries. I counted, doing international labor work. And I often had the task of trying to close a meeting, even though I was terribly bad at it. And what I always said is, look, comrades, we will probably not see each other again. You're going to go back to Jakarta or Nairobi or Buenos Aires. I mean, maybe some of us will stay in contact. We've all promised we'll call each other and write each other. You know, look, we have no excuse now. We've got Skype and email. It's not hard, but you know, we don't always call or write. The fact is, we were together for this short time. We did good work together. We revitalized each other. We recharged our own batteries. We went away, and tomorrow morning when we wake up to the reality of our own situation, we take something of the spark with us that we shared with each other today. So that's really all I have to say, except good life, good work, and Godspeed and safe return.
Excellent.